I will be talking about muscle contraction. Muscle belly. This is the area where all the muscle fibers live, and it's this whole area right here. Tendon. This is where the muscle fibers end and the connective tissue continues. It is made up of tough, regular, dense connective tissue. Tendons attach muscles to the bones, and it's this blue area right there. Epimysium. This is the outer wrap of the muscle and sits around the muscle. It covers a muscle belly, and it's shown right there. The perimysium. It is around the vesicles and is made up of dense, irregular muscle or tissue. It holds all the vesicles in place, and it's this white area around each of them. Endomysium. This is a thin covering around each muscle fiber. It holds all the muscle fibers together to form a vesicle, and it's around each of the pink dots. Vesicle. Formed by a bunch of small muscle fibers. They are arranged in different patterns to allow different power and motion, and it's each one of these. Muscle fiber. They are the cell that make up the muscle. It is multinucleated cell composed of numerous myofibrils that contract when stimulated, and this is a whole muscle or cell. Sarcomere. It is a unit of A and I bands. Muscle contraction reduces the length of sarcomere, and this is a whole sarcomere. A bands. A bands are the middle of the sarcomere where thick and thin filaments are found. A bands do not change length when the muscle contracts. A bands go side to side, and it's this area right there. I bands. I bands are lighter because they are made up of only thin filaments. I bands are found at the edge of the sarcomere. I bands are shorter and go up and down, and it's shown right there. Z lines. Actin molecules are bound to the Z line and create the border of the sarcomere, and it's shown right there. H zone. The H zone is made up of only thick filament. They are the area of the center of the A bands, and it's right there. Calcium ions. Calcium ions are an electrolyte that is stored in sarcolemma. It is released to trigger muscle contraction. Calcium unlocks tropomyosin by binding to troponin, and it's shown right there. Each of these. Troponin. Troponin acts like a padlock on actin and prevents myosin from attaching to actin. Shown right there. Tropomyosin. Tropomyosin holds the troponin in place until it is released by calcium ions. In relaxed muscle, tropomyosin blocks the attachment site for myosin cross-bridge to prevent contraction, and it's these blue lines right there. Actin. Actin is a protein that allows myosin to attach and pull together, and it's these green dots. Myosin. Myosin is a protein that grabs actin binding power sites when calcium unlocks troponin to create a shortened sarcomere. Only ATP can release myosin from actin to relax the muscle, and it's right up there. ATP. This is the energy needed to release myosin. ATP can attach to myosin to allow the cross-bridge cycle to start again and allow more contraction. And this is the steps. ADP plus P. ATP splits into ADP to supply energy for muscle contraction. The energy is released by the ATP when phosphate is split off and transferred from to the head on the myosin filaments. And this is the change. And that's how muscle contraction happens.